Hello, hello. My name is Maxine Samone. I'm here to share a touch of Venus with you. I always forget to put the damn content disclosure. While we're just running through the things. Okay, here we go. I'm here to share a touch of Venus with you, okay? This can be a collective timeless message. If you're interested in a personal reading, everything can be found in the description box below or the link in my bio, wherever you're seeing this. If you are joining us on TikTok, welcome. This will be reposted to YouTube. I have 6 in the queue. So this weekend, there will be new readings going up. New deck alert. I didn't even realize that this was an Alana Fairchild deck, and I love Alana Fairchild's deck. This is the Kali Ma one that she did, and then she also did a Kuan Yin one that I have, and they both hit. So I'm excited to explore this with you, see what messages come out. We got the Nag Champa incense going. Smells good in here. I had a beautiful day. Hello. I just got a new Deckiana. So I'm excited. We probably are going to be reading a little bit together today because I want to connect with this new Deckiana. Okay, so when I was walking around downtown, I saw some little white feathers popping up, and I was like, oh, thank you, Spirit. Thank you. I love when I see little things like that, right? And then I look up and I see this jeweler that said the shop's name was Raphael. And I was like, oh, the angels, And then I go into this shop that I visited previously, like some years ago. And I'm just chatting it up with her. I'm like, you guys have readers there, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I came here some years ago, but I was so nervous to even ask if you guys wanted readers or whatever that I think I might have talked to you guys, but it's been years, And she was like, oh, let me get your Instagram. I'll follow you, blah, blah, blah. We're already following each other. She was like, maybe it was like a divine timing thing. Like maybe the things are lining up. And then I go and I'm like, I'm still going to go pick up some things here. I'm going to purchase, kickstart the flow of abundance and all the things. And I see this deck, and on the back, there's previews of cards on the deck. I saw Raphael on there, and I was like, I see you. So I had to pick this one up. And this one is called the Crystal Mandala Oracle. And the theme is, grounding heaven on earth, light code energies, which I have been very interested in exploring. And I have worked with the angelic realms before, so I'm really interested to see what comes out for the collective. I love getting a new deck, These are pretty. We shall see. Okay. Angels, ancestors, spirit guides, higher beings of light and unconditional love, divine mother, divine father, Holy Spirit, what are the best and highest messages for this collective? They're shuffling well. I'm loving it. I like the size because I'm pretty tall. I have pretty big hands. So I can handle the bigger cards. Hi, Casey. Okay, so we have Ascendant Master Mataji in Crimson Cuperite. So I guess that is a crystal, Crimson Cuperite. It is relief and repair. And it says Crystal Masters 333. Interesting. I'm like, what do I get from this card before I look at the guidebook? Obviously, it's a lot of red. We're dealing with the root. We're dealing with relief and repair. Number 36. So we have a 369 here because we have 36, and then we have angel number 333. So 369. So something coming to completion or coming back around. Relief and repair. So we've been talking about, not just recently, but like we've been talking about, I feel like if we go back, we've covered some topics around like wounded masculine energy, feeling safe, repairing the root chakra, feeling grounded, and I feel like as of recently, we've been talking about reconciliation and the thought process of the masculine and them kind of stepping up to that plate, understanding who they are, recognizing who the divine feminine is as well. So there may be some themes of that, but you said 2 lives ago, but yes. So 2 lives ago, we were kind of talking about the difference between lust and love and how that relates to wounded masculine versus divine masculine, you know, and providing pleasurable experiences and the structure for that versus, you know, thank you, versus the, you know, kind of lustful, quick, fearful energy, you know. So thank you for the gift. Thank you for the gift. We're going to look into that. I think I'm just going to pull one of these for right now because we're going to read the guidebook. But it's, ooh, Goddess Kali. That's my girl. Black Obsidian. Sacred Revolution. Crystal Goddess 888. Number 46. That's an intense card. Look at that. It's beautiful. So yes, we are definitely dealing with it says relief and repair. That kind of feels like a tower moment almost. But we talked about just in this last live, we had Kali Ma in here. Interesting. Okay, we're going to read number 36. Let's see. Where's number 36? Here we go. We bring you the blessing of relief and repair. Our warmth and nurturing will restore and rebalance your body, mind, and soul when the light of spirit burns too brightly. Spiritual light is like the light of the sun. It brings life and joy, but too much can burn. If it happens to you, you will feel overwhelmed, overheated, overexcited, overstretched, mentally, physically, emotionally. We will help you recover and increase your ability to be exposed to spiritual light again in the future without becoming overloaded or burnt out. We ask you to soften and relax into our rich red energy now, which nurtures you with the cooling, restorative life force of the Earth Mother. We just talked about, oh, my ears are ringing. We talked about connecting to the Earth chakra, right? The root star, the root Earth. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. You'll see it in the past readings if you look on YouTube. You know, we just talked about the energy center, similar to the crown, how it's right above the head. The Earth star chakra is right below the root that connects us to, that grounds us. We shall help you naturally discharge excess energy whilst we receive or revive, strengthen, and fortify you with our nourishing grace. On the path of light, there are many highs, beautiful visions, stunning inspirations, and transcendent experiences of bliss, love, and peace. It can feel amazing. Yet, like the uplifting and inspiring light of the sun, it is possible to have more of a good thing than you can handle at one time. Interesting. Overexposure to the spiritual light feels great for a moment and then terrible after. The body and mind can feel burnt out, overloaded, confused. The great high followed by a dreadful low. You may feel emotionally unstable and even overwhelmed by so many inspirations, but with no real plan as to how you can bring them to life with methodical, practical steps. The spiritual light can help you live your divine destiny, but for it to shine bright and show you the way rather than burn you, you must learn how to balance your love for the light with devotion and care for your body. That's beautiful because I feel like I have experienced that, you know, where just the feeling of overwhelm of like, I don't know, it's like being, and I feel like people experience this in union too, when you meet at the wrong time kind of thing, where it's almost like you can't really integrate or ground the relationship because it's almost like, what the fuck is happening? You know what I'm saying? It just comes out of nowhere, you know? Same thing with when you receive a lot of light energy, apparently. It's like, it's hard to ground because your body has to integrate all of the codes, you know? And so, integrating and really taking care of the body is integral to the spiritual journey. Not only to have a clear vessel, but to be able to the process of integration is just really important. And I feel like that is something that a lot of people have a hard time with or kind of skip over in the spiritual journey, because we are so focused on ascending out of this experience that we forget that it's very spiritual to be human, and be grounded in our body. You know what I'm saying? The calling in of spiritual assistance is a key aspect to spiritual growth. The energy of your spirit, your guides, your angels is very real, and it is the equivalent of turning on more lights in your soul house. Whilst more light can make it easier for you to see what you're looking at, and that is so often right in front of you, if you have too much light going on, especially over a long period of time, you may unwittingly cause the circuits to ignite and burn down the house. Damn. You do not want this to happen, because it doesn't feel good and doesn't help you on your path. You need just enough light to see and grow by, but not so much that it becomes more important to you than the need to care and respect for your body. There are times when the body just needs softness and time to simply be and express itself in a spontaneous, carefree way. It needs to be like a little child, happy and allowed to play and feel good. It needs to switch off from thinking about spiritual matters and doing healing work now and then. You need discipline to continue to grow on the spiritual path and to heal yourself. And if you balance that discipline with a self-loving, self-caring attitude, it won't be difficult to keep up. The Oracle of Relief and Repair comes with a message about your spiritual growth. You may or may not be aware of it, but you are learning to call more spiritual light into your body, your mind, and your life. Perhaps you have been praying to the universe more, asking for help. Perhaps you've been meditating more often or reading spiritual books and opening your mind to new levels of consciousness. Or perhaps your soul has just been growing, even if you don't quite know why it's happening or recognize it consciously. This is all good. However, your body needs time to adjust to increase the light, or increase in light. If you just keep going without taking a short break, it will be like continuing to eat and eat and eat without taking time to digest and eliminate in between meals. Although you may be eating very good quality meals, in time it won't matter. It will just all become too much. So the Oracle will help you. Take a short rest, repair now. You don't need to become unwell or overloaded and need to take a much longer break later on. You're being given healing and you need it. When you have a strong spirit that is conditioned, your body and mind will simply keep up. It can be easy to forget that although your spirit is an unlimited being, your body and mind exist within a reality held together by the parameters of time and space. This means that although your spirit doesn't need sleep or recovery time, your body and mind certainly do. If you're not in the habit of asking yourself if you need rest and responding when you realize that perhaps you do, or if you don't often notice your own cues for needing rest and therefore end up sick and exhausted, then this oracle comes to you with a compassionate grace. It is an express message from the Universal Mother asking you to melt into her warmth and restoration. She is offering you a chance to be repaired by her healing power. It is highly suggested you give yourself the opportunity to receive it by doing the healing process and then resting over time, or resting for a time. This oracle also indicates that any situation that may appear to be never ending is not so, and any brokenness of heart or will, defeat, or apparent failure can and will be resolved and restored through the hand of her radiant grace. She will bestow her blessing of relief and repair upon your life and situation. Allow her grace to resolve your life circumstances as she sees fit, so you can be reviewed by her rich, warm, or revived by her rich, warm life force. When the Divine Mother turns her attention to a matter, there is no such thing as a lost cause or inevitable defeat. Her ways are many and her resources are great. When she decides to animate something that may have otherwise seemed devoid in her life, her power is that of the phoenix rising again after all seems lost. I'll allow her to serve your body, mind, and spirit in the way that she best serves you now. Surrender to tender, loving care. That is beautiful. Yes, and that makes sense with having Kali Ma right underneath the deck, or on the bottom of the deck, because Kali Ma has a very destructive energy, but then she also has a regenerative, you know what I'm saying, energy to her as well. And you may be in this kind of middle space, or maybe what kind of came through when I was reading is that you might have gone through this death portal kind of thing, where it's like you are very much in this Phoenix rising kind of energy. And so you had to go through the destruction, you know, the death, the ego death. You might have experienced ego deaths in the past, but this one obviously is the most recent, and it takes time to integrate and rise from that. It feels like in the rising of that, you're integrating more light, you know. And so they're saying that it's not going to be an overnight thing, but there's nothing wrong with that. As much as you want to get back to it, you know, it's important that you enjoy this time and space in the in-between and rest and allow spirit to like really assist you in that time of rest, because when you're resting, you're actually integrating. I feel like we have a bad habit of confirmation. We have a bad habit of trying to rush this process because we're so used to being on the go, go, go. And that is very much the wounded masculine as well, because the wounded masculine or the wounded feminine, they don't understand or value the importance of rest. And they think a lot of those that are in that frequency just think that resting means that you're not being productive or that you're not doing anything, when actually there's an integrative process happening when you're resting, you know. Let's see, grab the goddess deck. Mary Magdalene, that's my girl too, Mary Magdalene. And then we have, let's see, Nematona, sacred space. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. So if you don't have an altar, obviously there's an invitation to create one, or to tend to one, or to spend time at one to rest and connect with spirit in that way. And then we have Bast, independent. Your independence is a foundation for your strength and success. So you might be in this space of being isolated, feeling like things aren't moving as quickly as you want them to, but this is all on purpose so that you can connect to spirit, be alone, you know, not feel the pressure of other people rushing you, you know, the pressures of life, you know. You may be in what feels like it could be a middle space between like work or working on another project or whatever, or you could be at the job or whatever you're at. Your workspace could be just kind of slowed down right now. And I feel like you are wanting to skip forward to the future, or maybe even you've received some downloads or some visions of like what you're going to be doing next. So I experience this a lot too, where it's like I get really excited about the future and I want to just, let's go then, you know what I'm saying? Like the time frame between having the vision and like where I'm at now and getting there can sometimes feel excruciating, because I just want a quantum leap. But if you were to quantum leap, you wouldn't have that time period to integrate. Sometimes when people quantum leap, they self-sabotage, you know what I'm saying? Because they're not used to that frequency. They haven't built up the energetic foundation to maintain that frequency, you know? So yes, we're going to keep going. I should use the gold ones, I guess. We get some more details, and we split the deck to the Four of Swords. They're saying it's time to rest. Stop doing a bunch of shit just to do a bunch of shit just to feel productive. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between being busy and productive. They're saying, Page of Swords kind of popped out while I was shuffling. I feel like that's more of a curiosity thing. I think that you may receive some downloads while you're resting, but yeah, I don't know. It feels like you may get some messages while you're resting. That kind of reminds me of like, I don't know, kind of reminds me of like when you're in that middle space, when you're like waking up from a nap or something, or you're dreaming or whatever. But it's like, I don't know if anybody has ever experienced this. If you have, that means that you're clairaudient, okay? It's like you can hear like something in that middle space, you know. I used to hear like certain words, or like, I literally named my company A Touch of Venus because I kept hearing Aphrodite, and I kept hearing Venus, and I kept hearing like Libra, and I went down this rabbit hole of like working with Aphrodite, and after that, it was like that middle space that I kept hearing that. And I literally had a whiteboard above my bed at the time. I remember waking up and scribbling on the whiteboard like those words, you know. And look at how we're developing now. So there may be some important information that comes through while you're resting. And I think that you have to be at a certain frequency or a certain level of, I guess like they're saying, like integrating a certain level of light to understand, to hear that frequency. So I feel like this collective is not very happy with the idea of, I feel like you got to break your mind down. I don't know, that's not the right words. Really work with yourself, like really feel into, why do you not feel okay with resting? You know, what makes you feel like you're going to miss out on an opportunity if you're resting, you know? And what's for you won't miss you. And also your spirit team is so down for you. They're not gonna allow you to miss an opportunity that is for you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get the downloads. You're gonna know when it's time, like every other time, you know. Thank you for checking them in the live. Yeah, we have something. Five of Cups. Why the Five of Cups? I think that this collective may have a fear of some like uncomfortable feelings rising. People seem to just pop in for one second. Yes, yeah, that's it. What happens all the time. It's kind of crazy, but you know, I feel like this collective feels like when they rest, they feel those like uncomfortable feelings come up, maybe sadness, maybe grief. Like you may not like where your mind travels sometimes, but I feel like there's an opportunity to, I think it was saying in that card, release excess energy, and it was saying relief, you know. So it's like when I do my meditations, you said, right, really, I really don't. Yeah, those are difficult feelings to deal with. It's not even dealing with, it's like just allowing yourself to feel them so that they can be released. But when I do my meditations, I imagine, like when I breathe in, I'm allowing light to come in, and when I breathe out, I'm literally imagining it going down and like into the earth kind of thing. And so that is kind of reminding me of this kind of card, and in connecting to the earth star chakra of being like releasing to Mother Earth, releasing to the goddess, you know, working with Kali Ma. She will literally take all of your hurt, your fear, your pain, and she will transform it, you know. So it's like working with the Divine Mother is everything can be transmuted, you know, and you don't have to do it yourself. So when those feelings come up, you can breathe through it. You said I need to find my grounding sheet. Yes. Is that one of those things that like you put your feet on when you're inside, like if you work in the office a lot or something, and it gives you those ions, I think that it is. Is that what you mean? I've seen those. I had actually bought my ex one of these exes, okay? One of those mats that have like amethyst and obsidian in it, and it's like a heating thing. I bought him that for his birthday. I wish I would get that for myself, but apparently it was meant for him to have. But I have an actual sheet. Yes, X's and O's, period. So we have Star in reverse, healing in reverse, or being I actually don't feel like it's so much healing in reverse. I feel like the Star in reverse and the Eight of Wands in reverse, it's like Spirit will not allow you to, they don't want to overwhelm you. That's another thing. When I talk to my spirit team, I always ask for things with ease and grace. And so, you may have been just recently talking to them and being like, I'm ready for more. I'm ready to expand. And they're like, we want to expand you, but we have to release some things first. When you have to make room and be able to integrate this healing energy, you know, and it feels like there's a pause in there, because, and we literally have the Hangman, which represents a pause. They're like, we are going to continue to move you forward, to elevate you, but we have to do some integration work first. So we have the Two of Cups in reverse, so this could be related to heartbreak. Three of Pentacles. One more, please. I mean, that could be a third party situation kind of thing, you know. I feel like you're holding on to a heartbreak that could be related to a third party situation. Because then we have the Page of Pentacles, you know. You said you asked for the truth in general. That's beautiful, because that's what we really need, is the eyes to see, you know. There's a prayer, I forget what prayer, where it's like something to know the difference. You know what I'm talking about. Just a different timeline. I see the Two of Cups and the Page of, or the Three of Pentacles. That kind of indicates to me that it could have been a third person that caused some kind of like heartbreak, or there was something that physically got in the way, you know. It could have been friends, it could have been a little bit of gossip, you know. Maybe they took the, you said you woke up 10 pounds thinner. That's crazy. But I mean, that's beautiful if that's what you wanted. But like, that is kind of, yes, power's in charge. But it feels like with the Page of Pentacles, to me, when I combine that Page of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles, that gives you Four of Pentacles. That means that there's a holding on to something. And it could be like Spirit is trying to get you to maybe just connecting with the body, moving the body in a more restful way. This could look like yoga. This could look like stretching. This could look like somatic breathing to help integrate those light codes and to release any energetic blockages. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Try to fall, but I caught it. And that is gonna get the wheel turning, but I feel like you said 40 pounds lighter since last year. Oh my God, congratulations. Because I feel like, actually I was talking to somebody about, at one of these crystal shops not too long ago. She was saying that, yes, energy vampire. She was saying that when she started to like really work on her spiritual routine, it's like the weight just started falling off, you know. It's because I think that there's, obviously we use food and all these different things for, you know, to make us feel comfort. We emotionally eat sometimes, but I don't even think it's just that. I think that subconsciously we feel as though we need more protection in certain areas of our body. Specifically, like I feel like I've connected that with like the stubborn, you know, stress, fat or whatever. It's like, I think the energetics behind that is like feeling like I want to protect my womb space, or feeling like I want to not feel like as vulnerable. And I've also, when I've done a lot of readings, like if I do a market or an event, or like I get on here and I do a lot of readings, I feel like way up here, and my first instinct used to be to just go grab a snack, because I'm like, I want to feel in my body again, and feel grounded. And that's not the best way to make myself feel grounded. Instead, now I will go outside and put my feet on the grass. You know what I'm saying? You said ask yourself if people in your life are on your side. I have been asking myself that, and we have come to some conclusions. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this collective, we have the Wheel of Fortune here. I mentioned that. And then we have the Two of Swords. So that means that, oh, you did muscle testing. I've seen that because your body can't lie, you know? That's really interesting. I would actually love to do that. Two of Swords, though, there's something that, I mean, this action step is something that I feel like Spirit has been presenting. We have the Four of Cups here. It's like not really wanting to take this break, but it's just uncomfortable. I think it's out of the normal for this collective to allow themselves to do this integration process, because I feel like in survival mode, we're used to just on to the next, you know? And Spirit is saying it's not something that you necessarily are wishing for, but it is what's best for you. I really am getting like a very motherly type of energy from this, of being like, yeah, you want this. Similarly to like, okay, yeah, a piece of cake would taste good, but an apple would be better for you right now. And so that's kind of what Spirit is doing with you. You said I've been Buffy lately. Yeah, that's funny. So then we have the Seven of Cups, no artificial dyes. Oh, I was going to say, I just went to the Sprouts today and I got my sea moss. I got my chlorophyll. I wanted to get the coconut cult, you know, probiotic yogurt, but they were ran out. They literally said that they stocked that day and ran out before the afternoon. So I'm going to have to order mine offline, but I definitely want to start my mornings with like taking care of my gut health, you know. You'll see London Bridge is falling down. Period. Burn the bridge. Burn the bridge, bitch. Seven of Cups. Why the Seven of Cups? Ten of Cups in reverse. Queen of Swords in reverse. One more, please. The Emperor. And then the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This definitely has to do with allowing yourself to release some heartbreak. I feel like this heartbreak, this could be your whoever's in this live. I can't see all the names. It's like kind of, I see a Bree. I see you, okay? But I feel like the other Rebella. I know it's a double L, so I don't know how you pronounce it. But she's on point, actually, with this. With it may not just be a specific person. This could be feeling like you're picking up on, or you're realizing, yes, Rebella. I love that. Picking up on, it's the sadness, the grief of realizing that people weren't really on your side around you, because we have the Queen of Swords and then we have the Ten of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So it's like not just one person, not just one third party situation, but it's also people with this Pentacle energy, with the Three of Pentacles. That means that they were putting their time, energy, and investment in going against you and talking about you. And I mentioned like a gossipy energy, and it's like there's something around releasing this, oh, your man wants to be you, that I pray for you and your healing, because he is DL. I'm telling you, I've dealt with that as well, twice. Like, not just that, but like these just people, they aren't, oh my gosh, that's so, I'm so sorry they had to go through that. These people though, I feel like there's the Ten of Cups in reverse. That means that these people were close to you, and you damn near have to, with the Queen of Swords in reverse, it feels like that comes from like either a lack of boundaries, and it's like, it's the emotional manipulation behind when you lash out, you know? Because the Queen of Swords can be very like bitchy, you know what I'm saying? But when she's upright, she has boundaries. When she's reversed, it could be a lack of boundaries, and or it could be, this gives me people kind of gaslighting you to, like, based off of your reaction to their bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And so Spirit is saying that release this from your body, release this pent up energy in your body, the heartbreak specifically, you know. They're asking you to, we have the Emperor here, the leadership, step into your leadership. And then we have, yes, because it's like by you wielding your sword with the Queen of Swords in reverse, by you actually wielding your sword, connecting to your truth, you're going to cut through the manipulation. That's what I'm saying. And this kind of gives me the energy of people using your reactions to their bullshit as a reason to like call you crazy, whatever, call you aggressive, call you all kinds of names, talk about you, all of those things. And it's like, I think that there's actually like a deep hurt and sadness because you're realizing that these people were never for you, you know, and you really were, it was an illusion, the moon. It was something that you could not see, but now you can see very clearly, you know. You said, I know I'm not crazy and I was good to them. Exactly. That's exactly what it's showing here. The good news is that we have the emotional manipulation, King of Cups in reverse. I was being handled. That's a real ass thing. People don't understand. There's real life handlers out here. But yes, we have the relief and repair card, letting you know that spirit is supporting you in your healing journey. Let me just use these last cards, that you are moving forward by allowing yourself time to rest and allow them to assist you in this release. We have the Six of Cups, so something in the past. I feel like this is in the past, you know. We have the Six of Cups, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and we have the Fool. Like, this has been a long time coming. You know, you just said he accidentally activated me. Exactly. Actually, it was by design. You know what I'm saying? By the divine. These people think that your downfall was you're not going to be able to get up, you're not going to be able to recover. Again, they're talking about you. They look down on you for the path that you've been on, but they don't understand that that is your divine path. This was everything was meant to happen the way it happened, to activate you, to get you to this place of understanding, of wisdom, of knowledge about yourself and the world around you. You know what I'm saying? You said waiting for the planets to align, period. So then this must be your reading because we literally have the Seven of Pentacles. It's like waiting patiently. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. It's like, you know your value, you know what it is, you know, and I just got the chills. So we have the Page of Cups here, the Page of Cups, and then we have Judgment. These people that are playing with you, playing with your emotions, they're going to be facing judgment. I think that it's going to happen right in front of you as well. And so I feel like this reading is a reminder for you. They sent me a Trojan horse, but it was the actual Trojan horse. That is funny. And then we have the Knight coming out. You're getting to it. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Spirit is saying, don't even worry about it. I know that you're in a hostile environment or that you could have been in a hostile environment. But with Page of Swords popping out clearly, wanting to show himself. Remember we started the reading and the Page of Swords popped out and I was like, interesting, you know. But then there's a Page of Swords in reverse now. It's like all of that is going to come to an end, you know. All of the gossip, all of the what feels like kind of like gang stalking a little bit, you know, it's going to come to an end. Because then we have the Temperance card, we have the World card, healing in a new cycle, and then we have the Empress in reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands. And it's like it's been difficult for you to be able to relax, to be in your Empress energy because of the environment that you've been in, you know. And then yeah, literally the environment, because then we have the Two of Pentacles. It's like putting down a reality and going into a new one, a more peaceful place. So that is a beautiful reading. I would say that you're on point. Your intuition is very much on point. And that you're about to be released from this timeline from, like what we talked about, quantum leaping, you know what I'm saying? And you're in this timeline and quantum leap into another one. And it's like you have to do this integration process or else this foundation won't stay. Spirit is saying, let us assist you in this integration process so that we can completely close out this chapter, you know? I'm trying to remind myself it's not the same timeline, so it didn't really happen to me. That is an interesting way to put it. I like that. I actually really like that. Okay. Yes, this is me. Exactly. You've integrated into your higher timeline. And so, or you are integrating into your higher timeline. And so you might even feel like when you're having conversation with people or you're listening to people, it's like your ears have been attuned to something else and you're like actually hearing what people are saying around the things that they're actually saying. You're hearing what they're not saying, which is telling you what they are saying energetically. You know what I'm saying? Or you also feel like, I don't know, it's just like, boom, this turned on higher than it was before, because I do feel like this is very intuitive and collective, but it feels like you are on your way to being independent. Spirit just really wants to connect with you right now to remind you that you're not alone in this integration process. And you have a very powerful, potent energy because we have Kalima here. I kind of want to just pull one more. I'm not going to read it, but I just want to see what comes out. Because then the reading would be too long. I'm too intuitive for that. Exactly. I'm like, maybe they don't want me to pull one because they were flowing before. Original Self. There's a few that came out. Original Self. Crystal Master 333. And this is very angelic, you know, like a very light color. Clear. Very clear, you know. And then we have She Shall Always Prevail, Goddess Isis and Isis Crystal. If you feel called to, I was about to say the dragons. My friend gave me this book, The Sophia Code. This may be something that interests you. Talks about the dragons. Also connecting to, you know, yes, Egypt, Petra. Yes, I love it. Yes, she will always prevail. You're remembering who you are. Her Golden Grace, Lakshmi. So these are like high ranking, you know what I'm saying, feminine energies, you know, ascended masters, empowered service. Yes, so what you've gone through did not make you or did not break you. It's actually made you. You know what I'm saying? This is all a part of your activation. This is all a part of your remembrance. This was your rite of passage, not your story. You know what I'm saying? I've been to all these places in my lifetime. That is so beautiful. I would love to sit here and really chit chat, but I am going to post this on YouTube. So last time my reading went to like 55 minutes. I couldn't download it. Sad face. So I will be reposting this. Like I said, I would love to connect with you guys for personal readings. If you're interested in one, the link is in my bio, or when you're seeing this on YouTube, the description box below. I'm excited to explore this deck more with you. And I hope that you have a beautiful day or evening, whatever.